I'm gonna try to get through this the best I can, so y'all just bear with me. I'm sure y'all can understand. I'm one of Brandon's brother, Thomas. On behalf of our family, I would like to thank everyone for the overwhelming love and support y'all have shown. I mean, just look around the multitude of people that are here to help support us. The family and I wanted to take some time to let everyone know who he is to us. Brandon was born on 9/20/93 to our mom Lydia and his dad Don. He's the youngest of 4 brothers. He was such a happy baby and loved to play and laugh. I remember one day when he was 8 months old, my mom and I had to rush into the emergency room due to a fever of 105. The entire time he was there, he cried and screamed as most babies do. And this was until a medical professional walked in wearing a red dress. He started smiling and just stared at her while she examined him. I knew at that moment he was going to be trouble growing up. At 2 years old, our mom and his dad decided to take his pacifier away. They told him that a squirrel came and took it from him. So began his hatred for squirrels. During his elementary school years at his dad's house, Brandon used to ride his 50cc dirt bike in their garden, watch cooking shows like Iron Chef with his uncles, and go night fishing with his family. This began his love for motorcycles, food, and fishing. There's a 14-year age difference between me and Brandon. I remember several times driving over to my mom's, picking up Brandon as a toddler and going wherever the day took us. I passed along to him my love for hip-hop music. During his preteen and teenage years, I wasn't around much since I started a family of my own and my kids took most of my time. During this time is where Robert Price, one of his best friends, came into Brandon's life. I'm not sure who was the bad influence on who, but I'm positive Brandon had no issues causing trouble. I'm sure Robert has several stories that he would like to share, but in a room full of officers, he probably shouldn't. I do remember getting a phone call one night from Brandon saying, "Hey, can you come down to Reynolds Farm Road? I just flipped my truck and I need some help flipping it back over." When I arrived, Brandon, Robert, and another friend were sitting on the ground laughing. Luckily, no one other than the fence that the truck flipped through. He did go to the landowner and told them that he the fence would be repaired. He was causing problems. He did what he thought was right to fix it. Wasn't too much longer that Brandon met Amber. People have recently asked, "So how did y'all meet?" We'll just say that's a story for another day. After dating for a little while, Brandon and Amber came to our house to see if we approved of her. This was the first time he has ever asked me and my wife's opinion, so I knew she was special to him. She was, because soon after, they found out with Lindsay. Knowing now that he was going to be a father, he knew he had to make some changes in his life. He was working at Costco at the time, and was not going to support his family, so he decided to join the Army. He said the pay is not that great, but it would be provided for. Before shipping off to basic training, Brandon and Amber decided to speed up the process and get married. The marriage ceremony was held at the rock quarry at the Uchi Creek Trails and consisted of 5 people. This is all he needed because he knew his wife and daughter were with him. Brandon joined the Army in April of 2014. He scored very well on his ASVAB for any position he wanted. He decided to be a medic. I asked him, choose such a job. He told me because I get to help people who can't help themselves. I asked him again, but why combat medic? If anything happened to him, he knew that Amber and Lindsay would be taken care of, and that was a sacrifice he was willing to do. After graduating from basic station at Fort Bragg, which I heard changed to Fort Liberty and may have changed back to Fort Bragg, he was assigned to a unit that will remain stateside. He called me disappointed to know that a majority of his training would not be utilized there. But he still did in service before being honorably discharged in 2016. After bouncing around from a few jobs, Brandon found his new calling, the County Sheriff's Office in 2018. He once again felt that sense of service that drove him. When he called in the morning, of course, I asked him why. He said, "What my wife and dad did to make the area around them safer." Over his 7 years with Columbia County, he did just that to the best of his abilities. One of the was bike. He was not crazy about riding around on a bike, but he also got to patrol the waters on the boat. Finally, he would send me. We were supposed to go around and try out. He had several assignments, but always felt like he could do more. Recently, he accepted it into the role of crime suppression unit. When I asked him why was he so excited about this position, he said, "Now instead of only writing tickets, I get to take bad people off the street and make the county safer." He absolutely loved his time with CSU. It was never about the spotlight or notoriety for him. It was always about moving in silence and making a difference to protect his family. So I know it might be unconventional, but at this time, I'd like to ask any family members that are up front in the audience to stand. Friends of the family, wherever you are, whoever you are. Next, anyone that got to work with Brandon, train with Brandon, anyone that knew him, please stand. For the ones that are still seated, this is who Brandon is, and this is the people that he stood for and stood behind, day in and day out. Thank you. Y'all can be seated. Y'all almost got me. You almost got me. In just a moment, you will see a video of Brandon growing up. The song that was played earlier, "I Am Not Okay" by Jelly Roll, was one of his favorite artists and really explains how we are doing as a family right now. We are not okay, but everything's going to be all right.